I'm Zoe and welcome to the Educate YouTube channel. This week we are going under the sea here at the Educate Educational Playgroup here in Brisbane, Australia. Come with me and let's have a look at our indoor activities. Okay, over at our Play-Doh table this week we are making a coral reef. We have got some blue Play-Doh filled with some lovely stars, coloured stars and glitter just to make it extra sparkly and fun. We have got these transparent shells from EDX, and they even have these great textures as well, which are fun for even printing and showing the different textures that can come about. Great for exploring for little ones and for your children. We have got some plastic little animals as well to poke into the Play-Doh, and our curly whirly pipe cleaners. Let me show you how I do this. It's so relaxing, I find it anyway. You get a pipe cleaner and then you just simply wrap it around your finger. It's a great fine motor activity even for little ones. It is quite challenging, but for preschoolers I think that they could do it with a bit of modelling, and it makes these little springy coral, or kind of like looks like a little pig's tail, and then they can poke it into the Play-Doh to make their little coral reef too. We are doing a bit of an ocean rescue here with some large plastic animals. I've collected these over the years from a variety of sources. I do find the brands Wild Republic and Batat quite inexpensive and decent quality. I do have some ones like the collector animals, or the, I don't know how to pronounce it, like Schleich animals, which are a lot more expensive, but they are very sturdy and will last a long time. I need a lot of animals here for this theme, so I use a mix of more expensive and lower cost as well. Now, I've used pipe cleaners and simply wrap them around the animals and tangled them, and then the children can unwrap them, free the animal, rescue the animal, and then they can wrap them up again as well. I've got this little mirror tray here too, which is always handy for storage. I'm kind of obsessed with this pretend play fish and chip shop. Some things that I thought might be helpful in a fish and chip shop, and please let me know in the comments below if you thought that I could add something. I've got a cash register. This is the IKEA cash register, and I love it because it's an actual calculator. It's very sturdy and quite inexpensive too. Because of the age of the children, I don't put small coins. I do have these large ones, which the size of them is okay. A little bank card. I've got a telephone as well. This is the Melissa and Doug salad spinner. You know, you want to have salad with your fish and chips. So I've got an assortment of vegetables over on my tray here. So I have just like a little platter of vegetables here. And I've collected these from a variety of sources too. Some are wooden, some are from, you know, Melissa and Doug. Some are from a shop called Kmart here in Australia. Some are from Yellow Door Education, and they're very sturdy as well. Highly recommend Yellow Door Education. Those resources will last a lifetime. We also have toast tongs from IKEA. I thought, what can I make as chips? And I thought, I've got Jenga blocks as chips. I've got plates and bowls, and as the fish, I don't have that many pretend fish, and I didn't think it would be that worthwhile to buy loads of pretend fish. So I've simply just printed some off, and I just thought the reef fish look nicer and more appealing than what the fish that you might actually see at the fish and chip shop. But I've just had a little variety, so they can pop some on a plate, pop some fish and chips on there as well, and get some salad and pop that on a plate as well. I've forgotten cutlery. I knew there was something. What else did I forget? Let me know in the comments. What else could I have added? Because this is a theme that I'd probably do at least once a year. So let me know if there's something else that you think that would be worthwhile. This is the Batat light box, and typically I never usually have this. I usually, this box, I usually just have the board and some loose items that kids can freely create. But I did have, it comes with this sheet, like so. And then you can put this box over it to protect it. It comes with that, so people, if they wanted to use water or a sensory base, that they can. And then they can simply just match the shapes and lay them over the top of the animals. So I thought I'd just give that a go this week and see how kids sort of interact with it. What I actually noticed is when I've used the light box without the performer of the shapes, kids enjoy it more. But let me know what you think with the light box. For puzzles, because I have a variety of different ages here at playgroup, I have got something that little ones can just move along. The ages that I typically have are between the ages of 1 and probably, it's open for ages 0 to 5. My typical ages are from 1 to, I would say I've got a few 4-year-olds, but mostly like 1 to 3, 3.5, I feel like would be my most common ages. So I put a variety of difficulty. We've got a magnetic Melissa and Doug puzzle. These are fantastic. I really rate the Melissa and Doug magnetic puzzles. This one is from Wild Republic. This is another Melissa and Doug puzzle, and it's a 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 piece puzzle. So it is a lot more challenging and one to do sort of guided with an adult. But I like to put that there because there are some puzzle lovers here. Something else is these Jellystone sensory bottles. I've just put, I don't know if you can see, just water, some clear baby oil, and then some glitter in this blue one, a little bit of food colouring. You don't want much because you want that colour. And then I've put just like a little fish in there as well. So they are often a hit. Loose parts play down here. It's really interesting to watch children interact with this because they really have to use their creativity, and it's very open-ended, this sort of play. And this sort of play takes a lot of time and practice, but it can be, I would say, the most powerful in terms of developing your child's imagination and creativity. And I feel like open-ended play is the way to really get them to play independently for a longer time. So whilst it might be uncomfortable at first, don't avoid this sort of play. So loose parts, meaning you're giving them a load of different things. You know, I've got these different sensory stones from EDX, which is the same brand as the transparent shells. Animals, I've got little pieces of fake coral. We've got our Grimm's rainbow, the flat rainbow, and then the rainbow stackers. We've got some play scarves. I've got a piece of light blue velvet. I've just sort of set up this scene purely for the video, but typically I just leave the items out in a basket, and then the kids can come and make what they choose. Do you have a tip for how you find or encourage children to engage in sort of like creative, independent, loose parts play? Because it's something that I really want to encourage here at Playgroup. And I noticed that with young children, particularly those 1 to 3 years, it is a little bit more challenging for them. I do find this loose parts play more powerful, particularly in those kindergarten, preschool years. You know, around the age of 4, kids kind of start really grasping it and going, I love this, okay? But I want to introduce it early and get them used to it. And even if they're interacting with it for, you know, a minute or so, that's still a win for me. But I'd love to know your thoughts. These can be used as little boats for little ones to sit in. I'm not going to sit in it because I think I might just fall over the back. And then they can use them as their little boats and go fishing from their boat. And I even saw a little one sit in the boat yesterday and then use it as like their bucket to put their fish inside. These are from Officeworks here in Australia, and they're the Kadink brand. They're really good quality and even have little numbers on the back too. I've just got a large piece of like stretchy velvet underneath too for the ocean. Lastly, this is our book this week, Reef. And it's such a beautiful storybook filled with rich language, vocab, and lovely illustrations. I love that there's the star cat art as well. And here is our craft. Children are decorating a paper plate. It's stapled with a paper straw, and they're using bingo dot markers, which I'll show you what they look like, and stickers. So they're using little gem stickers and bingo dot markers to decorate their fish. And I said I love parrotfish at the Great Barrier Reef here in Australia, but they can decorate and make their own fish and to take home. Let me know, what was your favourite under the sea activity? What are you going to try in your house or maybe your classroom? I'm cheering you on, you can do this.